not expecting rain, but I'll take it because it's nice and cool. Temperatures are 72 right now, and hopefully the fishing is good. We're probably not going to fish tonight if these storms are rolling through, but we're definitely going to be fishing tomorrow and the rest of the week to see if we get those Gila trout. So I hope to give Larry good counsel with the Takara rods. This is his first time going out to use them. We got Larry set up over here. This is a free campground that is provided by the Forest Service here in Arizona. Got my truck right here. We got Meadow chilling, and then we have our nice little pit toilet, which is super clean because no one ever comes out here. So it's pretty awesome. And then we've got this huge meadow where there's going to be a bunch of wildlife hanging out because the springs start right here that feed the creek that go down there, which have all the fish that I want to try and catch. So it's got Gila trout in here, and then also a very large number of Apache trout. So probably have to hike down a little bit, I would think, before the springs really kick in, you know, because they come in from different sides of the canyon here and feed that creek. And then once it gets raging, well, not raging, but once it gets going, you know, that's where the fish start. So probably gonna have to hike down, I would think, at least a mile to get into the good stuff. And then at 3 miles is where it links up with the other fork of this creek. So definitely gonna be doing some hiking and then enjoying the fall colors around here and maybe even see a little wildlife. So it's really cool to see a moose at that last place we were at. Bacon, eggs, and hash browns for dinner this evening. Got a little Meadow already fed. Larry's over there. He's got his truck all set up. And we've got our setup as well. All right, dude, how many fish are we gonna catch today?
I'm gonna get at least 10.
All right, we're in an area where we've got rare Gila trout, and so we're gonna see if we can find them in this creek. This is a spring-fed creek, and I flew it with the drone this morning. It looks like there's some pockets we might be able to get into, but it also could be low water, and if that's the case, the fish might have moved downstream a little bit more to better habitat for the winter. So we'll see if it's good conditions up here. We'll fly fish it, definitely get these Gila trout, which would be insane. And if not, if the conditions aren't good, then we're going to go to another section of another river that I know of to where we can be streamside. What you thinking there, Meadow? I'm gonna have to carry you across this. I'm hoping that we can get into these good sections and at least catch, at least maybe see some trout, if not catch them. I should have brought my GoPro though, because then I could have put it in the water. You can see some big animals are bedding down over here. Wonder if some elk were up here sleeping last night. You're doing good, Meadow. Just comes right out of the ground right here. Hang on, Meadow. No, we're not going across the way yet. Sweet. This is cool. Very overgrown. All right, not much water right there. His tongue's already hanging out and stuff, but he's like, I'm going, Dad. I'm charging it. Right. Yeah, I used to do quite a bit in Colorado. Sierra and I would go out, we'd go backpacking and stay up at these lakes and then fly fish for a couple of days and then come back. Right. That was always fun. Now we're getting down to the creek crossing here, the first one. So we're about a mile in roughly. Yeah, I don't either. Well, it says it's this. Oh, it's across. It's right here. See, we got the cairn right here. This rock stack. So let's go across here.
Oh, look, there's a little pool right there.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to go over there and look and see if there was like some fish in there. What's that? Oh, I didn't even see that right there. Come here, Meadow. Let's go this way. I mean, if there's fish in here, they're tiny. Doesn't look like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Here we're gonna go over here. We're gonna purify some water. Coming out, we got pure spring water. So we're going into that pool right there.
Recording, don't fall, dude. That's my phone.
Behind the scenes footage.
My water filtration is not as fancy.
Let's see, what you got there? Hey, if it works, it works, you know. Meadow, you're good, girl. Just relax. You're okay. It's okay, sweetie.
Oh, that's cold, too.
So just been right here purifying this water. This is really cool water. Feels nice. It's like pretty much ice cold. And as you can see, 100% crystal clear. So been purifying this, getting my Nalgene filled up, and then we're gonna go down trail just a little bit more and see if we can find some areas to fish in. So far, this isn't big enough to really hold any fish, but there's a confluence of another fork that comes into this area, into this canyon, that ends up dumping out in another area. And when those two meet, I think that's where this gets good. And that's like another mile down canyon. I don't know if we want to go that far today because we're looking at possibly going to a different spot and doing some riverside camping to where we can just walk to the streams and catch trout. So more prickly thorns. That's great. That's just what I wanted. So we decided to abandon the rest of the hike. Reason being is that the trail got so tight and overgrown with thorns that we just couldn't make it through. I'm wearing shorts right now, so obviously that'd be kind of a suffer fest for me. And also too, we didn't want to put the dogs through it. So I'm gonna have to do some more research on this area, figure out the best place to fish on this creek, because this upper section isn't it. And unless during the springtime there's a big water flow where the fish can get up in this area, we haven't seen any fish, but there's little pools of water, but they're just tiny. So I'm thinking that probably further downstream, maybe I have to hike up from the canyon below to get to the spots that are really good. So, but we're gonna go ahead and head on back up and pack up the trucks and then head to a different river where I know there's some nice brown trout. So we'll be hooking into those by the evening time. Heading out, we were unsuccessful on accessing the Gila trout area. It's about a 3.5 mile hike to where the stream gets good and actually holds the fish. Therefore, we only made it about, I think we only made it about 2.7 miles, and then the trail just completely closed up. And I'm wearing shorts, which was a bad move because the trail was chock full of nothing but thorns. So it looks like I got in a fight with a bunch of cats on my legs. There's just cuts all over the place. But what I'm thinking is that it's going to be better accessible from the lower part, because there's a trail that starts down there, and it's actually 17 miles long and goes the whole way. So I'm thinking hike up, you know, and then fish down. Well, hike up and fish up, and then hike down and fish down. So that way you can fish both ways, and we'll be good to go. But we've got Larry pulling out over there, and we're going to go to the Black River now. And there's a section that I know of, a couple sections I know of, where you can get pretty much on the water, and the fishing's pretty good too. So heading there now, and we should be there in about, I don't know, 30-45 minutes. Got a bit of a rocky section here, so I'm gonna spot Larry coming through it because he's got a few low-hanging deals on his truck. I'm gonna make sure we don't hit anything. So I think as long as he stays left, I think we'll be in good shape. All right, I don't think we're gonna be able to make it down here this trip just because Larry's truck, we don't want to put it through too much of a ringer on 4x4 trails, but this is where I was wanting to camp, was right here. There's a campsite just behind us. Then we've got the different forks coming in here for the river. So really good fly fishing right in this spot. And the nice thing is we're just literally right up the road. So it took us like 3 minutes to hike down here, which is no big deal. But this is where we're gonna be fly fishing now for the next day or two, and we'll see what we can get. All right, so this is the campsite that I saw on Google Earth. And if we back up here, excellent location, because if you look down over to our left, that is the river that we're gonna be fishing, right there. But we don't want to do any damage to Larry's truck. We're gonna camp uphill just a little bit. It's only, I don't know, a short 2 or 3 minute walk away, and then we'll just get back down here to fish later on. We're down here on the river. There's a bunch of slow moving pockets all on the right side and left side. So we're just gonna spend some time casting around here and see what we can get. We got Meadow having fun. She's on a little bit of CBD, so she's a little bit subdued, which is great. And hopefully this fish won't be spooked too much. Gunning for brown trout, and look forward to seeing what we can get. My legs got all beat up because I fell in the river a bunch. I forgot that this has a really slick sort of algae that covers all the rocks, and as a result of it, this footing is just horrible. And so I fell probably a dozen times, smacked my knee into the rock real bad, and just basically ate a humble pie the entire time and didn't catch one fish. Breakfast in the topper. We're doing a big old helping of hash browns, and then also some eggs and bacon in there. And Meadow just had her breakfast. I gave her kind of a hybrid breakfast of some of her dog food. We just ran out of it. And then I've got just like some raw food for like Wagyu beef and broccoli and asparagus and sweet potatoes, all that stuff. But it's a little bit chilly here this morning, a little bit colder than I thought it was going to be. We're about 1,800 feet lower in elevation than our previous spot. Went fly fishing last night and did not get anything except for a pretty bruised knee. Ended up falling and hitting a rock. The rocks on the riverbed here are just extremely slick, and as a result you can't keep your footing. And I was fly fishing and I just lost my footing, and bam, my knee went down and hit a rock. That's a little sore this morning, but we're gonna try another section of this river. Big Meadow, stop, everything's fine. What's wrong, girl? Huh? You want some hash browns? You want some hash browns, girl? I think she's definitely jonesing for some hash browns. But anyway, we're gonna get our breakfast going, then we're gonna go fly fish. I'm just thinking a minute. Meadow, are you waiting for your friends? You're so cute. Let's come over here. Hey, what's going on, man? How are you? Let's see, where's that ladder? So I have to say thanks to my buddy Tyler Hughes, man. He hooked me up with the Chronic from Doma. I used to drink this stuff all the time when I first hit the road. Absolutely love Doma. It's insanely good. What are you doing over there, you little monster? trying to chew through cord number 72.
Charge up my power station, and the batteries are doing pretty decent.
Are they? Mine was good. I mean, I went in last night with only like 20%, and I woke up with 7, and I ran my electric heater or electric blanket all night.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
See, I might do the electric blanket tonight, actually. To cost less.
Really? Doesn't make any sense, man.
Ashes, I was thinking that's what was causing it to not light up.
Oh yeah, I was kind of snuffing out the flame a little bit. It's a lot of wood though. Once that gets going, it'll be a good fire. Cloudy day, so we're running the Jenny real quick, just top off some batteries. Larry's kind enough to let me patch in as well. I've only got about 3% battery charge on my EcoFlow here, but then let's see now. Now we're looking at like 7%. We got 1100 watts coming in, so that'll definitely top it off pretty fast. I mean, if I were to leave it on there, it would be charged up in full in like an hour and 40 minutes or something like that. But all I'm going to do is get about maybe 25%. That way I can run my electric blanket tonight, and then we're going to go down to that river spot. To me, this seems like excellent trout habitat because there's brown trout in here. And all these slow moving pools, big rocks, and little deep sections. And I have not been able to get one fish on the line, nor have I seen one fish in the water. I do not know what's up with this section of the river, but we haven't seen one fish, and I fished that section right there for a little bit, dropped in some really great flies, and nothing. No activity, not even one flash, no bites, no nothing. And then fished over there, same thing. So we're kind of wondering what's up with the fish in this section. It doesn't seem like it's worth it to stay down here at the moment, just because it's really buggy. And so we're gonna head out and maybe hit this later if it looks like the activity starts to rise up. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on it from camp. Otherwise, it's just a down day at camp and just like editing and stuff like that. So what are you thinking, Larry?
I think I could use a nap in the afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. I'm thinking a snack and then a nap.
Yeah.
That sounds all right.
But like, it's been a rough Thursday work day. You know?
It's kind of like kindergarten. That's awesome.
Rough day at the office.
A required nap. 2:30. Got to go down.
Yep.
All right, we're out. For dinner, we're gonna do some beef tacos or some hamburger tacos. Got some tortillas right there. I got the Lala's tortillas, which are really good. And then some Mexican cheese and some avocado. And then we've also got some black beans. And we've got awesome looking river view right here from our camp. Crazy thing is though, like I was saying earlier, no trout. I have no idea why. I don't know where they're at, but having a good time kicking it. And it's been nice. The clouds were kind of here all day, and then the sun tracked like that, so we didn't get any more solar. But I think we got about 25% more battery, or 25% battery left until we're out. So I'll be able to push my heating blanket all night long. Tacos are looking awesome. I'm gonna enjoy this nice view, hanging out with my girl here. But I think once we're done with dinner, we're gonna head back up and go camp with Larry. The reason why I came down here was because I was gonna fly fish all night. You know, I honestly don't know why there's no fish in here, but there should be, because when I was here a couple years ago, there was a bunch of them. They were just upstream. But for some reason, I'm just not seeing any activity. We even hiked that whole area. I didn't see one fish. So who knows what's up. But anyway, Gonna do dinner, hang out, and then go back up to Larry's camp. What's up, girl? I'm really glad Meadow can get her puppy energy out with Marty here before bedtime. And then right before I hit the sack, I took some cool photos of Marty outside waiting for Larry, and then Larry just taking care of a few things before he called in a night. Don't worry, Pumpkin. I'm going to make you some treats here in just a second, I promise. All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. It is cold here. We are in northeastern Arizona at about 9,000 feet in elevation. Well, no, actually, our last camp was 9,000 feet in elevation. This camp is about 7,600 feet in elevation. But it's still just as cold here at night, it seems. And probably going to be rolling to lower elevations relatively soon just because I don't have this thing insulated. And I don't have a real good heating option other than my heating blanket or running my propane stove. And running the propane stove, unfortunately, just creates all this condensation that you see on these windows. But having a good time, though, just hanging out with Larry. Unfortunately, the river just doesn't have any fish in it at this section, and I do not know why. I am scratching my head as to why there's absolutely no activity whatsoever. We hiked the river for a little bit yesterday, one of the forks, and didn't see one fish, and there was lots of great habitat that the fish would normally be chilling in. Hey, Pumpkin, don't worry, I'm going to get you some treats. She's all stoked about the bacon and eggs that we got going on. But anyway, we're going to move to a new spot today where I have caught fish before. I'm hoping that there's fish there because I want Larry to at least hook into one, try and tenkara for the first time. And, that'd just be a great way to start his fishing adventures out here. It is a little bit harder to fish out here, though, compared to like Colorado and some other spots. And I think a big reason for that is I don't know these areas as well as I know Colorado. Then I can pull up to any stream in Colorado and figure out where to fish and get fish. Here it's a little bit different. Just the trout are different, and the terrain is different too. The streams are a lot smaller, and so you got to look for more pockets, for where the bigger pockets where the fish are at. Which obviously it makes sense, but it's just sometimes it's hard to cast into them because the vegetation is so tight. So we're gonna get our breakfast going here, get this little one fed so she stops crying. I feel bad, and then we'll get our day started. Don't worry, Pumpkin. I'm gonna get you some treats. Simple black bean, avocado, egg, and bacon. Breakfast taco. And we got this little one up here. I just gave her some and she wants more. Very, very vocal dog. So I've been lapping up the bacon grease left over in the skillet with these paper towels. It's gonna make really good fire starter. So I know Larry's been up a little bit. Hang on, Nomad. Larry's been up a little bit this morning. Meadow's going after these right now. All right, what do you say we go get a fire starter for the both of us here, Pumpkin? Good. We got up kind of early. Got up around 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I got made breakfast in the topper, and then so I was like, man, I'll get a fire going for us. Cool. What's up, Marty? What you doing, bud? Oh, I know you. That's such a good boy. Mason looks on disapprovingly. This is the best shot right here. He's just like ignoring it.
It's like, God, I'm just trying to sleep right now.
I want some peace and quiet. These damn puppies. Always playing.
He's over here snoring.
Man, the fishing's been awesome, hasn't it?
What fishing?
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so we're going to a new spot today, and if this one place doesn't have fish, then there's something going on up here. because it's literally a river that is formed as a spillway from a large lake that has a ton of fish. And we're gonna be right on the water, which is nice, and we'll have full solar, which is good because we won't have to run the generator. The reason why we had to do yesterday is because of these trees. And hopefully we get Larry his first trout. Heading to another spot down the road. Got Larry behind me here. And two reasons why we're leaving here. Number one, the fishing was non-existent, which was really strange. I thought that stretch of river would definitely have fish in it, but there wasn't. I didn't see one trace. So that was kind of odd. But then number two, we don't get any solar over here. So this new spot is completely exposed, so we have good solar. Been here before with Meadow in the past. This is the place where the horses that she was playing with were up here, so that's where we're going to again. And I need to kind of go slow because Larry's behind me here, and he might have to get a little bit of coaching through these spots. It looks like he's doing pretty good. He's doing good. All right, but anyway, so we're heading over to this new location. Should be there shortly. Yeah, so just checked this section of river. Didn't see any fish, which is weird because always under bridges there's fish, and I didn't see any. So we're gonna continue rolling on, me and Larry here, and go upstream a little bit. There's a campsite that's right on the water that we're gonna hit, but I hope we can get into some fish. I don't know what's going on with this river. My Starlink isn't working, so I can't look up any information online to kind of figure out what's up. The only thing I'm thinking is maybe they went upstream more towards the lake or downstream where there's more bugs. So who knows? What are you thinking you're over here? At the river right there. That little pocket over there was my nemesis the last time we were here. That had a big trout in it. It looked like a big brown. Kept on going for my flying black ant, but I can never set the hook. So we're gonna go for it this afternoon and see what we can get. But this is a campsite that we've been to before. I took Meadow here earlier in the year, and really nice place. Elevation around 7,600 feet, so not too bad at night as far as colder temps are concerned. And we've got the truck set up over here. And there he's got his pen for the dogs. Got Meadow right here. And got the camper. This thing is working out great. Look at all this airy room. And then like the ventilation in here is just off the charts. So you can get the back window open as well. Well, the one I don't have open is the front because I don't want the sun to hit on the bed there and warm things up. But the views from the side here, looking out on the river, it's absolutely amazing. This is such a killer campsite. I fished all day for this fish right here. I've never seen smaller brown trout in my life. Look at that thing. Tiniest brown trout on planet Earth. Going back in the water here. There you go. All right, you grew up to be a big fella. We'll see you later. Yeah, I just wanted to show you how this packs up and how I kind of organize things when I roll out. Just put my trash right there, so that way when I pull up to the gas station, I can just open up the window, grab that out and put it there. So I'll put the sheets up top here like this, just kind of organize, zip up the windows, put in the tensioners that kind of pull in the sides when I put the claps to the top, and then we're rocking and rolling. And then just button up the back here and we're ready to roll. Dude, I was talking this place up like crazy. I feel bad for dragging Larry all the way out here, but at least we saw some cool campsites.
Yeah, and then, I mean, this is probably one of the most beautiful spots I've ever camped at before, so.
Yeah.
No complaints here.
There's a bunch more spots like this too, so I'll let you know about those offline.
Awesome.
All right, man. At some point in time, this must have been some old cattle ranch or some sort of operation out here, because you can see the remnants of what looks like a barn or some sort of stable, and then a bunch of fence posts that are really old. And now it's Forest Service land. You can camp here. That was the craziest thing. We went and looked at the river again from the bridge, and I mean, you didn't see any fish at all. None. I'm just floored at that. thought for sure we'd see some fish this time of year, but I mean, it's been very, very, very minimal. Plan now is to head into town. We got to get some supplies. I got to get some gas and figure out what I'm going to do next. I think Larry's going to do the same. May part ways, may go on to another lake. We're not really sure, but we're going to figure it out when we get there. We decided to call it a trip and head back home. I had a great time hanging out with Larry Mason and Marty. I know Meadow did too. And really excited to get back to my place.